This is Stephanie with the Tom Joyner Foundation, and I am with the 13th President of Kentucky State University, Dr. Mary Evans Sayas. And Dr. Sayas, after taking leadership, what initiatives have you taken to enhance the university?
Well, we've done a lot of things. We've added some new dormitories. We've updated the other dormitories on campus, getting ready to build new dorms. We have a pedestrian walkway. We're in the process right now. Work is actually getting ready to be started, working with our transportation cabinet. So there will be a bridge that comes above Highway 60 to move students from one side of campus to the other. We've gone in and looked at all of our student credit hours to get them reduced to 120 credit hours, and really looked at the liberal arts core in our program that was extremely large since we're a liberal arts university. And at one point it was 60 credits. It was down to 53, and we've gotten it down to 36 to 42. So we can try to push more students out and through the university in that 4 to 5 year period of time. In addition to all of that, we are reassessing all of our programs. We've continued to add new programs, a master's in environmental science. We've also added an undergraduate program in agriculture. We've continued to focus on aquaculture, our program of distinction. We've doubled the size of our research farm, also essentially almost doubled the size of our environmental center. Started to work on sustainability and biofuels efforts, and really have added also a men and women's leadership program that started this fall that I think has great potential, and increased our partnerships where we're working with other people on regional stewardship. And we've also gotten a workforce development contract for the Bridges project between Indiana and Kentucky that will not only help the community, but help prepare our students for those kind of jobs as well. So we haven't been sitting still.
I see. Well, that's great. And so with these initiatives, I know fundraising plays a major factor.
It absolutely does.
So with the economy and then the changing of the times, how would you say the fundraising landscape has changed?
Well, fundraising at Kentucky State mirrors pretty much the downturn in the economy. As the economy went down, the ability to raise funds went down. And what's happened is, as we've seen the economy start to recover, we've also seen a steady but small recovery in the funds we're able to raise. Our alumni base has broadened slightly by about 1.5%, but still remains considerably below where we would want to see it. What has helped is that we've undertaken the first capital campaign in the history of the school. It's very small, $12.5 million. We've raised about $4.6 million so far. But what it has done is it's broadened our corporate giving. That's up quite a bit as a result. Foundation giving is also up. We have many more proposals out and more to go. And we've also approached a different cadre of private donors as well. So we've been able to bring in additional money, broaden the base of who sees us, and all of this will help us meet the needs of our students.
And to touch on the capital campaign, what is the purpose?
Capital campaign really focuses, well, it has three different foci. Okay. The first is to get needed scholarship assistance for our students. Okay. So we're focusing in on that, bringing in more need-based assistance for those students, getting alumni to set up scholarships and things like that. We're also looking at the endowed portion of our program will give more endowments for faculty, so that's about 32%, scholarships of 20%. And oddly enough, we need to improve our our athletic infrastructure. So 48% of the campaign is geared toward that. We currently have student athletes who are performing at a high enough level to be considered national competitors, but they're not able to participate due to injuries sustained in part by what I consider inadequate facilities. And 34% of our student athletes are on the honor roll. So part of the funds raised will address the facilities, which will include a new track and field, renovations to existing facilities, new actually, we don't have a softball field on campus for our women athletes, so we'll be building one and then renovating the baseball field for our men. Athletics is the front porch to a university. It contributes to our overall image, and we have an extremely large percentage of our student athletes who are gifted students as well. And so we have not done anything to our athletic infrastructure probably for the last 50 years, and it's time to address those needs as well.
And then you had talked about the idea of adding new programs to the university.
Yep.
So how
We have an environmental science program that started. That program now is about 2 years old. The new ag program just started in the fall, and so we started with the boom and a bang there. It's a good program to complement our master's in aquaculture, and we're seeing large numbers of students coming to the university for that program. We have mass communication and journalism that we've added since the last time we spoke, and that's become a very popular major as well. And, of course, you know, we have the Master's in Public Administration, the MBA program. We have a Master's in Computer Science. And we have a fully online program, a Master's degree in Special Education that's growing by leaps and bounds as well. We are trying also to put almost all of our programs online, fully online. So psychology and some of the others are moving in that direction very rapidly.
Oh, okay. And so with these programs, how else would you say Kentucky State has maintained its academic competitiveness against majority schools, let's say, such as University of Louisville and University of Kentucky?
I think one of the things that's helped us is the fact that we are an 1890 land-grant school, one of 17 in this country. So that program, being an 1890 land-grant, has brought a lot of distinction to our university. Our program of distinction is aquaculture. It attracts a lot of attention from the business community and from everybody across the state, across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And in the United States actually know that aquaculture is our program of distinction, and we're always in the top 5 in the nation. And if I go abroad, that's what people want to talk about. We stream programming to 24 countries around the world in aquaculture. Additionally, the addition of the environmental science program, our focus on sustainability, biofuels, water quality, puts us right there on the leading edge with even our large competitors. We're working a lot more closely with UK and doing some work also with U of L. We have our Whitney Young Honors Program, which allows us to bring in students who are able to compete with anyone across the Commonwealth. And one of the new things that's happened is that we have a really strong focus in the STEM area, science, technology, engineering, and math. On our campus is STEAM because we add in agriculture. And we've been able to secure additional funding from foundations and the corporate sector to produce more people of color in the STEM areas. And so I think that's going to allow us to be extremely competitive.